Hello everyone. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will be making some donuts. The first ingredient you will need is some warm water, not hot water, and some sugar. The sugar to taste. The amount of sugar will depend on how sweet you want your donuts, and you also need some salt, a pinch of salt before you can stir. Stir the sugar, salt and water until they mix up well, until the sugar and the salt dissolves in the water. Here is the solution after the sugar and the salt had dissolved. I needed to add some water because my previous water was hot. I just needed to add sugar and salt to stir before I could add some cold water. Then after you have achieved a warm mixture of water, sugar and salt, add your yeast and stir. Stir before you can leave the mixture to rest for about 10 minutes. But for me, I realized later on that the amount of yeast I had added was so little compared to the amount of water, so I had to add 1 more teaspoon of yeast. So in total I used 3 teaspoons of yeast, and this is how the mixture turns out after you leave the yeast to rest on the mixture for about 10 minutes. The last ingredient you'll need to add is all-purpose wheat flour. Note better, all-purpose wheat flour, not self-raising wheat flour, because for donuts you used yeast, not baking powder. That's why you use all-purpose wheat flour instead of self-raising wheat flour. Add your all-purpose wheat flour and stir. You can mix using your hands, or you can keep mixing using the fork until it gets to a point you need to knead. Mix until you achieve a soft dough, not a hard dough, just soft. Keep mixing. Before you start using your hands, you can add some vegetable oil to achieve a soft dough. But they use a lot of vegetable oil. And for these donuts, we have not used some eggs, but if you wish to use some eggs, you can add the eggs at this point, or immediately before adding wheat flour. Keep kneading. You should knead for about 10 minutes or even more if you have the time, but for more than 10, either 10 minutes or more than 10 minutes, not less than. It's good to knead for donuts, buns and bread. For the dough, you have to knead until up to 10 minutes. This is the dough left to rest for about 30 minutes, and this was immediately after 30 minutes. I hope you can notice the difference. I loved how the dough turned out. That was amazing. It doubled in size. Prepare your rolling stick. I don't know how to call it, whatever the name, because you need to roll your dough to make the donuts shapes. I don't know whether you can notice that today there's no one making noise. My baby is not here with me because I'm recording this at night. She's so much asleep. I'm recording the voiceover at night. Definitely the donuts, I'm not making them at night. Roll your dough to flatten it. and make the donuts shapes. I hope you have enjoyed the video so far. At this point, you should be able to make your own donuts. But I know you already have the recipe because the next step is just deep frying and some decorations later on if you're making them for your kids or you love sweet things. So you need to add some decorations to top up the sweetness. The final step is to deep fry your donuts shapes. I don't know why donuts usually have a hole at the center. Anyway, we just make them how we found them making them. Here I was almost finishing up. I was cooking the last few donuts. And here was my last batch. As you can see, one of them don't have the hole at the center. That definitely means I'm finishing up because that must have been the last one. Then the final step is to decorate. I over melted this chocolate in the microwave. It shouldn't have been that way, but anyway, we'll use the cream as it is. Decorate with some cream and some colored chocolate sprinkles on top of the cream. And here are the results. I hope you learned something and you try out this recipe. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye until next time. Thank you so much. Bye.